If I take a sip of coffee, may I look away from the camera?
Yes. I was just saying, don't look at the screen. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and today I'm here with my better half, Josh. Anyway, I wanted to do another Q&A because I've been getting a bunch of questions lately, but I realized you can't get to know me better without getting to know the most important person in my life. So I drug him here on camera. Do you remember what you said when I said I'm starting a YouTube channel?
I don't remember what I said. Probably that you can go ahead and do it, but keep me out of it.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
That's what he said. He said he was very supportive, but said he wants to stay out of it, and well, here he is. But anyway, I promised I'm gonna keep this to like 10 minutes, so we're gonna do this really fast. Basically, I got a whole bunch of questions I might be looking down. I have a bunch in my notebook and on my phone. If you want to ever jump in on a Q&A, make sure you are following me on Instagram. That's where are you comfortable? That's where I ask my questions on Instagram stories. So make sure you are following me there over at Megan Fox Unlocked, and I will have that link down below. This is not our usual setup. We are actually in Florida right now on a little baby moon / family vacation type of thing. And you'll know that if you've watched any of my previous videos. But yeah, so if you don't recognize where we're at a really nice, you did good booking this place. It's a really nice house, and our family is coming.
It's always a little sketchy booking stuff on
Airbnb
or VRBO and stuff like that, because you just don't know what you're getting until you show up at the door.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there it is.
Cat hair or something like that. But this place is nice and clean.
This place is really nice.
And cute too, kind of. I mean, I don't paint my walls red, but I think it works. Anyway, it's a rainy day, so it's a great day to answer some questions. So I got a lot of questions about how we met or how old we were, that kind of thing. And so I don't know, I still haven't pinpointed who my majority of my audience is. I know that a lot of you are Mennonites, and I know a lot of you are not, but you're curious about our lifestyle and stuff. So I guess in the Mennonite world, the way we met was pretty normal, right?
I mean, a youth group, church youth group. I was in a different youth group with my church, and I didn't really like it there, so I had some friends up at her youth group, so I went up and hung out up there, and that's where I met her. We don't really remember when or where we met for the first time, but
it's terrible. I wish we did.
But yeah, I mean, I was probably going there for about a year.
So what did I say when you asked me out? He asked me out over the phone, by the way, which was not what you intended, right?
No.
But he was. See,
I have to. This takes me a while to remember all this stuff. I was going to ask you out. It would have been over Christmas vacation. We hung out quite a bit as a youth group, and kind of as a group of friends.
Yeah, he was hanging out. He was like my brother's friend.
Yeah, I was your brother's best friend.
Yeah, right.
And it worked out well. And so
he had ulterior motives anyway.
When I decided that I wanted to ask you out, the night that I was going to do it, we were playing volleyball, and I was going to ask you out that night. But you did you even show up?
I came.
But you were sick as a dog.
I was so sick, but I love volleyball, and I was like, if I'm going to be sick, I might as well be sick and having fun than sick and being sick.
So of course now, what do? Do I ask her out when she's sick?
I was as white as a ghost, and I literally was barfing like before I came.
That would have been like New Year's Day or the day after New Year's Day. I don't remember exactly. Because I went back to work Monday, and I was like, I don't know how I'm ever going to ask her out now. When am I going to meet up with her to ask her out? How am I going to ask her out in person? So I decided nuts it. I just decided to call her. So I did. I called her and asked her out.
I was in high school yet. I was 18. He was 17
right.
at the time. And I went to school, and I left my phone charging on the windowsill at home. And so when I got home, there was a text message from Josh that said, call me. Keep in mind, I had no idea he even liked me at all. So I grabbed my phone, grabbed my keys, and I went off to work. I worked at a retirement home. It was probably like 3:30 in the afternoon. I was headed out the door. I was headed to work. And so I called him. I'm like, whatever. We were trying to get a volleyball team thing together for a volleyball tournament. Like, that's kind of how we connected. So we were texting a lot back and forth, just about volleyball, pretty platonic. I don't think anything juicy. By the way, after he asked me out, I went and wrote down all the stuff that we had texted so I could look back at it later and see if there was anything in there. Like, just so I had it for memory's sake. Very interesting. So there's a tip for any of you that are out there dating. Anyway, so yeah, I was headed to work and I called him, and then go ahead, continue on.
I don't really remember the conversation too much, except I just remember asking if you would want to go out for supper with me.
Yeah, I was so confused because we had just hung out like 6
right.
days in a row because it was Christmas vacation and people had off work. And
I asked her if I could take her out for supper, and there was a little pause.
No, you said, do you want to go out to eat?
yeah, that's the basic gist of the question. And the next response from her was simply, "Josh Fox, are you asking me out?"
I didn't know what he was getting at. Anyway, to make a long story short, we were both pretty young yet, and we went out to Sonic together that evening.
She robbed the cradle. That's what she did.
Stop it. No. I had already had plans that night, actually. We were having a jam session at one of my friend's house. So he came with me, but we didn't want anybody to know that we came together because, hello, we hadn't even talked about our relationship yet or anything. So he went in the one door and I went in the other. But people somehow found that he dropped me off and brought me there. And so there was like all this whispering going on and like whatever. A lot of drama. Not really. Anyway, but we didn't tell anybody. And then he left and then I like snuck out 5 minutes later and we went to Sonic and got some drinks. And we just talked about if we're going to date or not. And a long story short, I had decided I didn't really want to date till I was graduated just because I wanted to, I just did not want to be dating for years and years and years. So we kind of group dated and we played a lot of volleyball together over that winter. And yeah, that's how it went. And we got married 2.5 years later. So I promise all the answers are not going to be that long. So what do you do for a job?
I'm in construction. I have my own small little construction business. It's just me and I have one employee. And over the summertime, my 2 brothers work for me. But we do really any type of remodeling, whether it comes to exterior roofing, siding. We do a lot of replacement windows. It's probably our main thing. That and roofing. And then, I try to pick up a few interior remodels over the winter time. Stay warm if I can. Not always. This winter, I've been working outside a lot. It's been cold, but we have a couple interior models coming up, so we get to work inside the rest of the winter, the way it looks.
Yeah. And one of the most exciting jobs he ever had was he bought a trailer and a truck and everything and quit his job, and that's kind of how he started, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we went down to Kentucky and we worked on the Ark and I worked with him, and that's kind of how it worked. We worked there, and by the end of were we there 2 weeks? Mm-hmm. At the end of 2 weeks after we were doing a lot of trim work and stuff, we had enough money to pay off the trailer and the tools. And so yeah, it was really cool how we didn't have to go in debt or anything for you to start your business. And I'll tell you, as a wife, it is so nice when your husband loves his job, because yeah, he had mostly, he always worked in construction, but it's really when he started his own business that you could tell that he loved it, because now you get to do the people side of things too, and not just the manual labor, but the book work is kind of, that's the one thing.
Yeah,
it eats a lot of time up. Anyway, if you have any more questions about that or like starting a business or anything like that, we could go into that a lot more, but just to keep this video rolling, I'm going to just jump on to the next question. Here's another question. Do you guys have traditional gender roles in the home when it comes to chores?
Yeah, you take care of all the housework.
That's not true. I taught school for 5-6 years, and so it's kind of sad, but he has definitely pulled his weight around the house. But now that you have your own business, you do a little less, and it worked out great because now I'm at home more, so I can do more stuff. But yeah, you do a lot of vacuuming. You've always done a lot of vacuuming.
Floor's got to be clean all the time.
He's not like a super picky person. Like, I'm always like, pick your shoes up, and like, yeah.
I'm always like floors. That's right.
I'm always like, it's not going to grow feet and run away. Your pregnant wife is going to have to pick it up and put it where it belongs. So
right.
Pick up your stuff. But yeah, he always likes to have clean floors. If like we have company coming in like 3 minutes, he don't care about the clutter or anything. He's just like, grab the vacuum. So anyway, yeah, I really appreciate that. And yeah, I don't know. I would say we have pretty traditional gender roles for the most part, I think. The one chore we kind of both argue about is who should clean the vehicles. He thinks I should clean my own, and I think the man of the house should clean the vehicles.
You make the mess, you clean it up.
So weigh in down below if your husband washes the cars or not. But I will say I'm very thankful he does all the banking and bookwork and stuff, so I'm very thankful about that. Who was ready for kids first?
I was definitely ready for kids first, but I don't know why I was fine with kids whenever. Not until maybe 2 years after we were married.
We had our first child 4.5 years.
Something like that.
No, a little over 4 years married. We were married a little over 4 years, so we had Ivani. But you said you were ready 2 years before that even. Mm-hmm. Which, I don't know, you like kids and whatever. He's very antsy. He's always ready for the next thing in life, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure if it was up to him, we'd have babies all the time.
Mom always said I was one step ahead of myself. But
yeah, because he started dating at 17 and got married at 19, and then you started your own business at, how old were you?
I was 22.
22. So yeah, he's always like on to the next thing, which I love ambition. Except I still can't get him to be ambitious about going on jogs and running, so I'm still working on it.
If I'm jogging, it means that there's something chasing me.
Oh my word. Who else? What else did people ask? What was the best gift I ever gave you? Because this video is going out on Valentine's Day, so yeah. I don't know the answer to this question. Like, I have no idea what you're gonna say.
I mean, I think a gift that I use a lot is the toolbox that you gave me when I would have been 19. It would have been right before we got married. You gave me a toolbox for Christmas.
Right before.
Since we've been married, we haven't done a lot of nothing big, just a lot of small stuff.
Yeah, that tells you about our love languages, though. Like, neither of us are really like, oh, he loves me, he gave me an expensive gift. Like, no, we're not like that at all.
If I want something, I'll go buy it myself.
Yeah, because I'll probably buy the wrong thing. But hey, I just thought of it. I got you that. I'm gonna edit this out, but I got you that logo thing. Remember, I went to Eckert Signs and got a logo to put. What did it say? Mr. Fix It or something?
Something on the toolbox.
On the toolbox. So even back then, I knew you were gonna be a construction owner someday. I had faith in you.
I know what my favorite gift was. She bought me a big old tube thing full of nerds. Like the candy.
I thought you were saying something like sweet. I don't know. I can't actually think of
Nerds
what
are
I
sweet.
bought him. I don't know.
It's candy. It's good.
Okay, well, what is something fun that we do together? What's something you enjoy? I guess, what do they mean? Like something that you enjoy doing with me? Well, his hobbies without me are like football and golfing. Yeah.
I mean, I think we enjoy when we're feeling up to it, biking and stuff. We run 5Ks every once in a while. That's fun. I drag my feet, but it's fun.
He always has fun in the end, yeah. Our goal kind of like is to do a 5K in the in the spring and in the fall. And so far that's worked out. I've been big and pregnant in the summers, so it was fine. So I was 26 weeks pregnant when we ran one in California. And we just did one this past fall when I was like 3 months pregnant. But 5Ks are not that hard. And we pushed Ivani and he does the pushing. Yeah, basically I train and practice and work out for it. And he like shows up and like barely wearing sneakers. No, I'm kidding. He wears sneakers. And then he pushes the stroller and he's still like pushing me on. So yeah, you're fine. I think he could do a 10K, but he'd probably have to practice a little bit. Anyway, so I really enjoy, my love language is time. So anything we do together, I love it. So that's interesting. I didn't think you were going to say that. So do you watch my YouTube videos?
No. I don't. I started watching the first one for like 2 minutes. I was bored stiff and I hung it up.
I still can't believe any of you guys watch them. Oh, man.
I mean, you're not boring as a person, but...
I'm not a boring person. I think I should be more of a boring person sometimes, but...
I don't know. I'm just, the videos...
Well, I think it's weird. Like, I think we will definitely look back in years and like in the years to come and like look back at vlogs because we love looking at like little videos of Ivani when she was like a little baby and stuff. It's so interesting. So I think we'll probably look back at like the vlogs and the trips and stuff. So I'm glad we have those. But another thing you said is like, why are you talking weird or whatever? Like it is funny to watch like somebody on camera that you know really well because I'm not really a different person on camera, but you know how it is like, I don't know, even for you.
It's not like having a normal conversation with someone.
No, I mean, It is. I feel very comfortable and relaxed now. I mean, maybe not at the beginning I didn't, but like, it is a little different. Like when I go to see, like I feel that weird feeling too, kind of when I go watch him, like I've already gone to jobs or was at a job with him and he's like selling windows to somebody or like explaining a problem they have with a leak in their roof or, you know, whatever. And it's just like not the salesman, what is it?
A little bit though, I mean.
Yeah, kind of. I guess like, the professional, like, it's a different side of you, and it's not like the side you don't talk like that at the kitchen table at home and be professional, and you know what I mean. And the same way, like when I taught second grade, like he would come in sometimes, and I'd be teaching, and I'd be like animated and explaining stuff, and it's still me. It's just like a different side, if that makes any sense. So, how do our parenting styles differ? We only have, I'm not sure what they mean by this, but we only have a 1.5-year-old. So I know our parenting styles will come out more. I mean, she's not even 1.5 yet. But I would think right now we're about on the same page. We kind of do a lot of good cop, bad cop stuff. Wouldn't you say?
Maybe.
Like, one of us, like, if there's a situation, like she's not eating her food or something, one of us is going to, like, try to be nice and get her to eat it. And the other one is like, no, you're eating your food. Open your mouth. You know, like, and same with, like, all kinds of, I don't know. every little situation. It seems like one of us will like just kind of, we have the same opinions, I would think. But it's not like we're trying to decide really hard issues right now yet in life. I know it's going to get harder. But for now, like most of the parenting decisions are black and white for the most part, wouldn't you say? But yeah, I would say our parent, like we're both pretty strict. And I think that's the thing with the oldest. You're often expect a lot of them. Anyway. Somebody asked how many siblings we each have. I am the oldest of 5 in all, and we're all girls except I have a brother right below me. So girl, boy, and then 3 more girls. And he's the oldest too, which they say that doesn't work.
Yeah,
we're gonna prove him wrong.
And I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters. There's a total of 6 of us. So sorry, 3 brothers, 2 sisters.
Yeah, so 5 or 6 kids, families. Me 5, him 6. So how many are we gonna have? He doesn't have to have them. He just has to support them and pay for them.
In my family, I have my dad's family. There was 18, so 18. If we keep it moving.
Maybe I should put that in the video. 18 kids. Yeah. Did you just say if we keep it moving?
Keep it moving, you can get 18.
But yeah, he has 12 aunts and uncles on the one side and 17 on the other, which is ballistic. That's crazy.
That's a lot. Yep.
Okay, well, I think that's all we have. I think that's all I have written down here. And yeah, it's been more than 10 minutes. Sorry about that, but I'll edit it down a little bit so I don't bore people too much. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, we're both pretty talkative. I don't know, like depending in different situations, one of us will be more talkative than the other one. Sometimes I just feel like being snobby, which is terrible. I think it's just being lazy. Maybe I don't feel like being social all the time. But you're pretty social anytime we're in a group situation. I don't know. But yeah, you're not going to bulldoze your way into a conversation either.
Not at all. I think before I speak.
What are you saying? I don't. That is why YouTube is great. I can edit things out later after I like watch them. I'm like, I said that. Anyway, so I think that's everything. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything else. So I hope you're all having a great Valentine's Day, and whether you celebrate it a lot or not, we don't really celebrate it that much. We often will just get like Chick-fil-A or takeout or something and have it back at the house because I know Valentine's nights, everything's like booked out way in advance, and we're just pretty low key when it comes to that kind of thing. So if we're gonna go on a fancy date night, it's usually not on Valentine's Day, especially because Valentine's Day is usually during the week. But yeah, I hope you all have a great Valentine's Day, and I will see you guys in my next video. It's actually, what are you doing?
Kissing my wife. And I'm out.